since I was told to make it faster than 10 minutes and have no slides, I took some notes, just to be sure to forget nothing. So yes, I am Bertrand Duperrin. I am the head of the digital transformation practice at Emakina. We are the largest independent digital agency in Europe. And I've been using, I have two approaches about Facebook at Work. The first is, as a user, we've been one of the first companies to use Facebook at Work in beta. So I have my own experience, and I can also share the experience I had with some customers who asked us to help us with Facebook at Work. So what is Facebook at Work? It's not hard to explain what it is if you know what Facebook is. This is exactly the same solution, the same tool, but for internal use. Only at this point, there are always a question about where is the application located, that it's not on the same servers as Facebook is, so it's very important for European businesses. And in fact, the product management team is in France and London, so they are very aware about all the concerns we can have in Europe about data privacy and things like that. That said, it is exactly the same kind of tool I think you all use in your private life. There is also the Facebook at Work mobile app, and the equivalent of Messenger, which is called Work Chat, with which we can do voice calls, video calls, and chats. So, what are the typical use cases? So we were all discussing mainly collaboration and internal communication. What I see at this point, it's the main and without any surprise, the most important use case is exactly the same we use Facebook for: share information and build engagement. It's, I think, and I love this word, it's a really great way to put information in motion, and by so doing, to put your company in motion. It's very easy to share. Content are shown in a very engaging way, much more than on usual intranets. It's easy to share, to like, to interact, and as a matter of fact, things really happen. What about collaboration? Sadly or not, Facebook at Work, and I don't see Facebook at Work like as a real collaboration platform. You know, you can't manage document versioning. It's not that easy to structure work, to assign tasks, and it's not really a tool you can use to get things done, or at a very, very low level. But it's a very, very good tool to share information, to create engagement, to make people aware of something in your company. What is the result? I'm not going to share our own statistic because, as usual, you will say you are a digital company, it's your job. So I'm going to share the stats we have with the customer. It's a very large French company. Unfortunately, I can't disclose the name right now because they have a lot of things to fix before we can. But after 4 months, so it's not 4 months, we can say it's a brand new shiny tool. In many cases, their awareness becomes to decline. But after 4 months, we have more than 80% of weekly connected users. So it's something I've rarely seen with other traditional solutions. And 40% of users are actively engaged. What I mean by actively engaged is not only they read the things, but they share, they comment, they like, and so they do things with the content. Why? I was, like you, I think I was very curious to see how it was going to work if giving the same tool inside the organization that people have outside would work the same way. And actually, it works the same way. And when we try to find out why, people say, we feel like home. We are all on Facebook, so there's no training. You don't have to teach them how to use the solution. You only have to tell them why they must use it for. This is more about sense making than about real training. And what was really different compared to many projects I manage in the industry, in the enterprise 2.0 field, that most of the time the hard work was regarding to users, to make them learn the tool, learn to use the tool, learn to know what to use it for, and to make it a part of their day-to-day work. And in the case of Facebook at Work, you have not a lot to do with users, just communicate, make them know that something is happening. Most of the work is to be done with internal com, with leaders, with managers. We must change the way they communicate to engage to engage with employees. So I don't see Facebook at Work as the future of social collaboration, not at all, but really as the future of social communication. And if it had to replace something on your in your digital workplace, in my opinion, it won't be your enterprise social network, but rather your good old intranet portal with your content management system to really turn internal com into community management, and really to focus in putting information in motion, growing awareness, and growing engagement. So. That's it. Maybe you will have questions. I will be able to answer after the discussion, or maybe Bjorn.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, first of all, thank you, Bertrand. Well, I would say we have a discussion at the end where we want to discuss the whole broad topic with some more people. But if there's any one specific question I would allow, yes, there is.
Bertrand, every time we talk about Facebook at Work, people say, but the privacy, what? You must have more to it than that's okay.
It was one of my biggest concerns. What I can only tell you what I personally saw. This customer had this big concern about privacy. I know that their IT department has a discussion with Facebook, and at the end, they said everything is okay for us. I think they take care of that very seriously, but just for the reason the product team is European. I think I don't think it would have been the same and the same level of trust with an US-based team.
Okay, thank you for the moment.